Welcome to the second part of the motion series. In the last video, we have talked about the motion of the simple pendulum, which we are going to go deep into in this video. So, without any further delay, let's soar the sky. This is how a simple pendulum looks. Here is a strong rigid support from where a nearly weightless string is suspended and a metallic bob which has a weight or mass that is attached with this string. Now, when this bob moves from one end to another end, the pendulum starts moving, and that is how the motion of the pendulum is detected. So what is a simple pendulum? How does a simple pendulum have this oscillation? It completes one complete oscillation when it moves from one extreme position to the other extreme position and back. That means if it's starting from A position, it will go to the B position and then come back to the A position, which will show its one complete oscillation. This one complete oscillation of the pendulum is called one cycle. So this is also the definition of one complete cycle of the pendulum. Here O is the mean position when the pendulum is at rest. That time it stays at this position. O is the mean position of the pendulum. Now when it starts to move, it goes to one extreme position, that is either A or B, and then go to the another extreme position and then comes back. That is calculated as one complete oscillation of a pendulum. In the last video where we were talking about the various types of motion, there I have explained to you the periodic motion, the oscillatory motion. It's really very confusing at times because we have seen that a simple pendulum as an example in all these types of motion. But let me tell you something. A periodic motion can be any motion that repeats itself at a regular interval of time. It can be rotational motion as Earth rotates once in every 24 hours, so that can be periodic. The revolution of the Earth, that is also a periodic motion. So here, since the pendulum is oscillating, that is moving from one end to another in a to and fro motion, but it's doing this, completing this motion in a particular amount of time, which is fixed. So that makes it a periodic motion example as well. So here is how your confusion should be cleared. Okay, so let's come to the amplitude of the pendulum. What is an amplitude? When the pendulum's bob moves from the mean position to the extreme position, it's called its amplitude. That means the maximum displacement made by the bob from its mean position is called the amplitude of the pendulum. The number of oscillation that a pendulum makes in 1 second, that is called its frequency. So the number of oscillation made by the pendulum in 1 second is called its frequency. It is denoted by the letter small f. The time taken by any pendulum to complete one complete oscillation or one cycle is called its time period. So the time taken to complete one oscillation or one cycle is called the time period of the pendulum. Why do we need to know about the time period of a pendulum? Now, when a pendulum is used in a clock, we all have seen the big grandfather clock where there is a pendulum which is constantly swinging. In order to know how the pendulum's bob is calculating the time, we need to know how a pendulum works and shows the time. That is why we need to know how can we calculate the time period of a pendulum.